Hey everyone, so I know we hadn't put out a couple of videos 2 weeks in a row, but we've been busy. It's been very busy on the homestead. So why has it been busy? But first, I'm Aaron, Julia's behind the camera, and we're the Canny Couple. So we try to be more self-reliant every day. And one of those things is growing our own food. So one of the, I guess you can say, challenges, disadvantages of growing your own food is you have to pick it, preserve it, take care of it, etc. So right now it's been a very busy time, more than usual for us at this time. And I'm not for sure if it's because due to the heat this year of having to pick later in the day
and water later.
And one of the things we had to do is this year we had to put up the shade cloth. So we haven't had this shade cloth up in 2 years. Last year we didn't have to have it, and that's to try to take some of the heat off of our plants. But as you can see back here, ever since we've done it, the squash has thrived.
Yeah, the squash is doing amazing.
They like not the pure heat on them all day.
And our tomatoes have perked up.
Yeah. And we bought 2 new sunshades, so that was in our homesteading budget or frugal fail, whichever you want to consider, is we had to get 2 more, but thankfully they worked pretty good down through there and fit all the way down there and sort of cover up the row of tomatoes. But I don't know, we've had a couple of blossom end rots as well, so another challenge that we're trying to deal with at the moment.
Yeah, we need to get some something in there to help with that.
Yeah, so that's some of the things. I will say our peppers have been loving this weather, though.
Okay, they have. We've got so many peppers.
Right. So, but they like the heat. So that's one of the things about peppers.
And they haven't been eaten on.
Right, and they haven't been eaten on. Some haven't been eaten on. So if you see the cage down here at the bottom, it says I'm trying to catch a groundhog.
Yep.
It's wanting to take a few nibbles off of this squash after it got our broccoli over on this side, but it's not. It's every time we catch it on camera, it's eating more weeds than most other stuff. So,
and it looks like it ate our beans.
Yeah, it looked like it might eat top of the beans. So we're trying to lure it in where it's been going the most at. So that's why it's there.
If we haven't fixed where it's coming through.
That's true.
We've also been working really hard. It's been a lot of what I've been working on. And
yeah. So our shed back here behind, if you want to scroll around and sort of just show it, it has dug underneath the shed into the garden. So what we did this week was we bought some
no dig stakes.
No dig stakes, yeah, more for dogs and stuff, but I did see some people said these worked with, we call them groundhogs. Some people call them gophers, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But we call them groundhogs around here. So we put some of that around the edge of the building to stop it from trying to dig out into the garden.
This is a quick fix, but this is a big project for us in the fall.
Yeah, this is going to be something we have to work on
before next
year to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, we can't keep doing small fixes.
Right, we are probably, I would say, 1 full day a week that we'd use picking time wise. We're fixing to keep the gopher or
I've
groundhog
been
out.
fencing, and that shouldn't have been a priority.
Right.
It's just been so much.
Yeah, but I mean, garden wise, we're not getting the production we want at the moment. I will say that.
But we're starting. It's starting. We're at the beginning.
We're later than normal though.
Well, we planted these a little bit later, but this
Right.
is our second succession plant. You can see those rows look really good.
Yeah. So besides that, we talk about picking blackberries. Gallon.
And for comparison on size,
Yes.
like you can see, these are those blackberries.
Pretty good size.
They're massive.
So we just stopped main blueberry production. So we were getting probably a couple cups.
About 1 to 2.
1 to 2 cups a day on those. We've went into pink lemonades right now. So that's a different type of blueberry. Probably getting 1 to 2 cups of those at the moment.
And that's off of 2 bushes.
Right, that's off 2 bushes. They're very heavily populated. And then, so now our gooses, jostas have quit producing.
Yep.
And we are into blackberry season. So as you see, we do our continuous production where we have something going all the time. So we have food production going all year. I will say though, you know, it's a lot of work. You're constantly having to every day pick and preserve. But you know, self-reliance, self-sustainability, it's something you have to look at it from that perspective. From the frugality standpoint, it's food production.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are getting food production every day and eating stuff like this that is not in our grocery budget, not in our, you know, that type of thing. We're having fresh vegetables, we're having berries, we're preserving berries for later on for different meals and stuff. Stuff like that is...
Aaron's having them for lunch,
I'm having blueberries every day for lunch.
every day.
Or the pink lemonades too. It just depends. We've started goji production right now.
Which is early.
We usually start them, I would say, later in July, and it usually goes to November.
And sometimes in January.
We've picked some in January before, so we've got those going on now as well. Now
they bloom multiple times.
They do. They're not good fresh eating.
You don't eat those fresh.
No.
You don't eat them dried.
Yeah.
They're an add-in.
Yeah. More of a superfood you put in your drink mix or
to
something,
hide,
you know.
you could put it in with a banana where the banana covers up the taste. I don't know if banana would cover up the taste.
It's very
strong,
peppery taste to them is how I would describe it. But like I said, we've got all that going on, and then we've been picking plums. There's a couple strawberries up here at top, if you see the 2 strawberries over there. But we've been picking plums now as well. So if you saw some of our earlier videos there on all of our plum blooms, all the small ones started on there. Didn't turn out as good as we expected, I will say. A lot of those didn't form, died off the tree. Perfectly fine first few years. You know, we were expecting something like that, but we've been picking, you've got what now? 2.5 gallon?
2 gallons.
2 gallons besides this bucket.
2 gallons besides this bucket.
And we've still got more to pick. We've got 2 other trees that's full up here.
That haven't started
that
turning
haven't
yet.
even started turning, right. Apricots though, we've sort of went by the wayside. They rotted on the tree. So
but we got production.
We got some, we tasted some, we got some, you know, that made it to decent size, you know, enough to eat on. So it's food we didn't buy.
Yeah, we're gonna put in the plums in the freezer to make plum butter.
Yeah.
In the fall when it's cooler and I can pull out the crock pot.
And we've got pears still on our tree over there as well, so we should have some of those. And our apples, if you might be able to see up there. I don't know if you can see.
So they're right in that area.
You can
kind of see those little dots, those little green dots up there. Those are all apples. You can kind of see the red ones maybe a little bit better.
See, even for me. So
I know.
I doubt it.
Behind that little bitty yellow right there.
But you know, stuff like that's going on. So it's been really busy. We do have some broccoli heads forming for the first time, which is always a plus. And we've got celery making it at the moment.
Yes.
So that's 2 things we haven't had success with before growing here, but this time it looks like we're going to have some. Maybe not the quantity we wanted, but it's still good.
We're going to get something.
And then, I don't know if you can see down there or not, but we've got beets galore at some time.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not quite ready yet.
Right.
We also have, I'm sorry, I've got something flying at me. We have turnips and rutabagas we can start harvesting.
So on the back side here, you might be able to see down through here the leaves, as you talked about. Actually, right here is a good.
Yeah, where I weeded, you can kind of see that that's a turnip.
Yeah.
It's purple top, so you can see those turnips. They're actually good size, so we'll be getting some
of
those.
We'll be eating some of those. You know, we said we were using some of those to just let die in the ground as a method of helping fertilize our ground, basically, you know. letting it compost back. That's what we're going to do with some of those. And, you know, we'll see how that turns out. It was definitely a good idea. We got flies flying around everywhere here right now, both of us swiping at them. But, you know, we've been busy with things. Like I said, garden's not where we want it, but
like this row's not done as well up here,
right.
But it's a lot better in the back.
But you can sort of see, there's a good little butternut forming. So
we're getting something.
We're getting food production. We should be okay, you know, from that perspective. We should get enough for what we want. We might not have as enough storage this winter as we would like, but we should have enough good eating on. And I will say our beets down there might make up for it in other terms, because we do have a good production of those. We've got a good production of turnips if we had to as well.
Yep, absolutely. So we're doing pretty good this year. We're happy.
Yeah.
Any gift God gives us.
Right, especially with the way the sun and the heat's been, we can't really complain too much, you know.
And if you notice, Aaron's got a stink bug on his hat.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
That's our state bird.
It is.
But, you know, any comments, any questions you have about the garden, what we're doing differently, how we're trying to beat the heat with the garden, anything like that, you know, you make sure you can leave those down below in the comments, or you can send it to thecannycouple@yahoo.com, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, if we're not picking everything.
And trying to catch a groundhog.
And trying to catch the groundhog. But, you know, hope you enjoyed today's video. You know, make sure to go over and check out our link tree with all of our other content. And
as always, thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.